from a Kookaburra to a brand, well, not a brand new brand. It's been around for a while, Southern Cross Cricket. Talk to us about the change and then the change. How different is these new bats?
Yeah, so I suppose the change is probably more of a business decision than a cricket gear decision. I think to have a real big part in the company heading forward, and to have my own line, to have heaps of involvement with the designs, the bat shape, to design my own gear, was really exciting and a lot of fun. And to be fair, I haven't really changed the bat shape from what I've been using for the last 10 years. Kept that really simple, and they did a great job in replicating what I've been using. And they've been incredible to work with, and to sort of step into the business world with cricket gear is something that I probably didn't think that I'd head that way, but when it got put to me and I started to, I suppose, thinking about it a bit more deep, it's something that I've always probably deep down wanted to be a part of.
Everyone wants to do this sort of thing that you're doing.
Yeah, I think to have something that's yours, to have your signature on your bat, your own little logo, I think is, it's probably every kid's dream to have something like this, and to align with an Australian brand is something that's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to the future with them.
What's the weight? Because you've always had pretty heavy bats.
Yeah, so I'm probably in between 210 and a half to 210 and 3/4. Okay. So as I've got older, they've got a little bit lighter.
They've come down a little bit.
Yeah, I used to be about 211 to 211 and a half, and I sort of just came down a little bit. Also, post a broken wrist, my hands aren't as fast as they probably were. So yeah, it's always a constant evolution, I think, with cricket bats. There's always a feel. There's always an adjustment.
When you have a good one, what are you feeling in your hands? Is it the grip? Is it the weight? And also then the specifications. When you're talking to Southern Cross Cricket and saying, right, this is what I want, what is what you want?
So when I pick up a bat, I want it to have weight but not pick up that weight.
Mm-hmm.
So I want it to pick up lighter but be that weight, to know that I've still got that power lower down. A lot of my bats will be, traditionally in Australia, the weight that I have is dispersed a lot lower.
Yep.
The way I use my hands, the lag I want on the bat to be able to whip through late. So you'll see probably the spine is a lot lower than a lot of people. A lot of people in Australia will probably be like mid there. Mine's a lot lower, and it's been a great like little project on the side that just to design, resculpt, get the handles right. The handle is probably the most important thing to have that feel, especially as a player who moves their hands around a lot. Having a semi-oval handle at the bottom,
yep.
Always knowing where the face of the bat is. So when I'm moving my hand around the bat, always sort of know where the face of it is without having a look. A round handle, you might not have a clue where it is. Yep. So that was really important to have the feel really similar to what I've been using. And the wood's outstanding. No complaints whatsoever.
And one grip or two grips, or with the way the handle's set up, you don't need to muck around too much with?
The way the handle's set up, I only need one grip. I go through grips pretty quickly with the way I hold the bat and basically squeeze the glue out of it. One grip, and you'll notice I've got the initials there.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I actually know what that is.
You do?
I do know what that is. That is the initials of St Kilda footballers.
It is. Yep. Who is that one?
I don't know. VH. Not off the top of my head.
So this one's Brad Hill.
Brad Hill, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beauty, much like he is. He's an absolute legend. I've got St Kilda players' initials all over the shoulder of my bats, and got a few good ones. I think I'm using. I'm sort of in between Robert Harvey and Aussie Jones at the moment. So,
well, if it's a Robert Harvey one, it has to last a long time.
It's actually quite funny. A story about that. So when I was assistant coaching in the Spring Challenge,
yep.
I was coming back from my broken wrist and was sort of doing a little bit of training in amongst the girls. So once they'd finished, I'd sort of start to build up my batting again, try and get the strength. And it was a slow work in progress. I had Clint Mackay, the bowling coach, like underarming me balls and trying to, I suppose, extend out and try and work out what hurt and what didn't, and just try, I suppose, stretch the boundaries. And that, I think the second session I had, I was like, I'll start to get overarms. And if anyone wants to, I asked any of the girls, anyone wants to bowl, I'll offer up one of my bats for whoever gets me out. And there was one person that took it up, which was Sophie Day. And second ball, I went to sweep one, got bowled. And like, she's giving it a big fist pump, bowled a couple more overs to me. She bowled really nicely, but she was the only one that took it up. And after the session, I messaged her 6 St Kilda names, and I said, "I'll take your pick." And she picked Nick Rewalt, which was not good for me because it was a really nice cricket bat. So I signed that, gave it to her, and gave her a signed shirt as well, and presented it to her. I think it was game 2 or 3 of the WBBL, and she loved it.
Fantastic story. How many do you have? Like, how many would you say you were playing at the Gabba? How many would you take with you in your bag?
Well, it depends, I suppose, on the length of the away trip. I try and keep, well, especially during the BBL, because we're only in and out, I try and keep my bag relatively light. I don't take too many pairs of gloves with me.
Steve Smith?
No, I'll probably only have 3 pairs of gloves for an away trip.
Yeah.
Probably one for the training session and one for the game. I don't really change too much during innings.
Yeah.
Wearing inners probably helps that. And then bats probably maybe 4 or 5, just depending on where I'm playing.
And then is your game bat the one that you would use at training, or do you try and keep that for the game?
No, the game bat, if I'm undecided, I'll take both the game bats to practice either the day before or the day of the game. If I'm going to have a hit pre-game, I'll take both the bats that are trying out for the game, and just depending on which one feels better.
Yeah.
Like, they're pretty much identical anyway, but it would just be a general feel and how they go, and it's almost like tryouts. But yeah, because most of my bats are pretty much the same, it doesn't really matter too much, but I basically give them all a chance.
Yeah.
But I think for new bats, most new bats take a bit of time. So
do you knock them in, or do you just sort of more throwdowns in the nets?
No, they'll get net sessions. The new bats will get net sessions probably more regularly, and then they'll probably sit at the bottom of my bag for a while until one day I'll pick it out, have a hit with it and go, oh my God, this is my best bat. And then it's the way pretty much all my bats get to a game day.
Yeah.
Is it they'll sit at the bottom for a little bit and then...
Like a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
It takes a little time.
Yeah. So to be fair, most of my bats are pretty damn good.
Yeah, I reckon they might be. Well, congratulations on that. It's an exciting venture for you.